everybody, it's John, your Indian Cine-MANIAC, with another Mirzapur episode reaction. Okay, right now I'm going to talk about episode 5 and 6. I should have mentioned the episodes I did. I didn't mention the names on 3 and 4, but I will on this one. It's Langda and Ankush. So I'm gonna talk about both of those, and okay, things are getting very interesting in Mirzapur, in the Mirzapur world. Okay, so I'm saying I keep repeating myself on this, but I'm gonna say it. There's a lot of political intrigue and a lot of soap opera relationship dynamics in the 6 episodes that I've watched. That's I mean, there was some of that in the first season, um, but it was more about the ascension of the Pandit brothers and Muna. That's really what it was about, right? And that's not. I'm not saying I don't like it because I do. I'm in fact I want to watch the rest of them, but the way I'm doing these, I can only watch a couple at a time for the reviews, and that bums me out. Normally, I'd binge watch. I'd watch the whole thing, and I really want to see what happens here. So okay, that's the first thing I want to say up front. So episode 5, Golu, and I mentioned this before. She definitely is the Michael Corleone because now she's the one that's setting up distribution. She seems to be where Gudu is the brawn, right? He's the intimidator. She's the brains of the operation. Although she's got a little streak in her that got a little more Gudu in her than I originally thought, and she's starting to exert some control. Okay. And this kind of my bullets kind of go along with what happens during the show. But now you see Raja massaging Bauji's feet. And the fact that there's something going on there because there's no way this guy who uh who Bauji ordered to have his thing cut off is doing this willingly. So I got a feeling something's going on there. Okay. Now we go back to Golu, who's studying Balbo's diary, and this is where you see you hear a voiceover of Balbu's character, and what Golu is trying to do is look for a weakness in the Tripathi crime family, and she thinks she can find that in this diary. So we'll see what happens with that. They do another flashback with Sweetie, so it's a great way to keep that character in the show by doing these flashbacks, and it also shows that Gudu, he's still thinking about her a lot. Now here comes Bina. I'm starting to. This character is really starting to grow on me because she is a manipulator, and now she connects with Gupta the cop and Golu to work on taking the Tripathi Empire down because she wants revenge too. She wants revenge on the father. She wants revenge on the Dawn. Although the Dawn treats her very well, so I don't know if that's the case, but definitely the father. And Gupta wants Muna dead. So I get that. So that's starting to form. Now we go to Magbul, who after the last episode knows Babar has been working with Gudu, and he confronts him in his house while they're eating dinner in front of the mother. I think Magbul's mother, not because I think Babar's a nephew, and the Uzi comes out, and then they cut right away. So I don't know what happened to him. I hope he didn't get killed because he's in this universe. He's one of the nicer characters, actually. Now Muna, who has had less to do in the episodes than last season. I mean, when he's done some stuff, it's been good, but not a lot. Well, the CM's daughter, he met. What the heck's her name? Mad Hootie or something like that. He has sex with her, but she is like a tigress. She bites his lip, and like he's stunned. The look on his face is funny. He pulls back, and he's got blood on her, and she is. I mentioned it before. She's like this independent woman. Well, she proved that because she jumped him basically. Um, so I thought that because there's another dynamic there. She's the CM's daughter. He's the Don's son. Is that a political connection starting to happen? I don't know. Now, okay, we meet the Tayagi crime family. Now we met Tayagi last episode with Golu, but this is also we're starting to meet the crime families, right? Lala, Shardar, um, and now this guy, Daddy Tayagi, and very interesting character. He's a dwarf, and he this was a funny scene. Some real estate guy wants to buy all this land in his territory, and you could tell that was not going to go well because the way he was talking to him. So he brings him into his office. Well, his office, it's where you get into the office is a big room, right? But to get to his office, the door is really low. It's perfect for him, for Daddy, but everyone else has to bow down to get into the room. Bow down, okay, which plays later on. And he does this with this one guy, and it's this tiny little room, and the guy's sitting in this little chair, and he's all hunched over. Well, then you find out who this guy really is. He sends him outside to get uh, beaten to death by a bunch of guys. So you understand this guy might be a dwarf, but he's a serious player. Um, and then you find out that there are twins. The young guy that met Golu earlier is a twin. He's the junior. There's a senior. Now, what I don't know is, and I should have looked this up, but I really didn't want to because I didn't want to know. But I will ask you: are they twins, or is it the same actor playing both roles? It doesn't look like it's split screen, so I would have to believe that they are just twins. Let me know about that. There's something else that happens too. And this is one of the things I love about all the Indian films that I've been watching over the last couple of years because they want Muna to dance, and he says this line that he doesn't want to be Hrithik Roshan. Now, the average Western viewer wouldn't have any idea who they were talking about, but I knew exactly who we were talking about because he's a fantastic dancer and a great action star. And I love that when I get some references. I don't get them all, obviously, but I do get them. There was even in a movie I just watched, which was Sharafrash. There was a scene that took place in Bihar, and Bihar came up in this show. And there was also a reference to someone's name that was Yadav, which is a name of the CM and the JP in this show. Now, I don't know if that's a common thing or is that like an Easter egg from Sharafrash. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Okay. Okay. Now we get back to a little season one stuff. So, episode 6, Ankush, starts with Gudda and Golu taking out the gun supplier from the first season, and it is a bloody shootout. And the way the shootout ends, and it's great because you remember this from the first season. Everyone's dead but the gun supplier, and he's hiding behind a wall with with a grate, and Gudu's standing right there, and you see the gun come up to shoot Gudu, and he shoots it and it blows his hand up like it did in the very first episode. So he's sitting there with a bloody stump because the gun didn't work. And I'm going, oh, there we go. There's a callback to season one. Now they tie him up, and it's a great shot the way they do this. Um, he shoots the floor, and it's a like a gasoline fuse, and you see this flame just shoot across the ground, and the camera is just following it till it goes to the end and blows the whole place up, including the gun supplier. And every episode, Golu's getting a little more badass. Okay, this time she's shooting and she's hitting targets. And the other thing, and I like this actress too. You can tell she's liking it. So her personality is definitely changing. Now we go back to Robin from episode 4 and 3, the finance guy, and you find out his real name is Radisham. And the reason why he's called Robin, he thinks it's a cool name. Well, let me tell you something, my friends. Batman and Robin, it's really not that cool a name. I hate to tell him. But anyway, and the reason why he becomes an important player here, not only for the finance part of it, right, of the operation, but he's into Dimpy. He's tutoring Dimpy, and I think Dimpy might be into him. which frankly I think is a waste. Okay, because that Dimpy, man, there's something about her I really like. Oh, if I was like 35 years younger, oh, let me tell you. Um, okay, okay, back to Bina. Bina sends Raja to free Babar, who I thought was dead. He's not dead. He was tied up, which means Magpul. And I kind of had this feeling about Magpul that Magpul is very loyal to Baji and the Dawn. But I also get the impression that there's something, and I know this is going to sound strange, there's something noble about him, though. And I could see that. And that's why I was glad he didn't kill his nephew. I thought he did, but he didn't. That tells me something about him. Now, what are going to be the ramifications of that? Because he told the Dawn he had taken care of it. So he lied. Is that going to come back to bite him? Okay. Here's something I never thought I would hear in an Indian TV show or film. JP Yadav, he's got Miss Zarina, the dancer there, his consort. Um, this is a great line. He says to her, Miss Zarina, we'll do it doggy style tonight. Again, every now and then they put out some little humor. And I was laughing out loud. I thought that was so funny. Okay, so now we get back to Manu, who hasn't done much in this episode. Well, now he's going to marry the CM's daughter, um, which I mentioned this in the earlier review. Matt Hurry, Matt Hurry, I think that's how you pronounce your name. That you could see that, that there was a love hate relationship forming in them, right? But he doesn't want to be married. He likes being single. The father wants this, and he wants it because politically, this is again the political intrigue. It's going to be better for the family if he's connected to the CM. And they do this scene in the courtroom. It's not a big wedding, and I will give the actor Muna. I gotta call him out because he's really I really like him in this when he's got stuff to do. Um, but the actor Devendu Sharma, he does this thing where they're getting married in the courtroom, and she's beautiful, and everyone's all happy, but the look on his face says it all about how he feels about this. He does not want to do this. He's being forced to do it, and he's trying to hide it, but he can't. And I love I love stuff like that. He's saying it all with his eyes and his face. Now, the reason why they did this was to help with the election. Of course, now they do an election montage and he blows everybody out and it's a victory, right? And by the way, great music too. That scene where they were doing the montage, great music. Now we go back to Daddy Tyaga and we find out more of his background story. Gudu goes to him to sell drugs. He wants nothing to do with drugs. And he explains the reason why. His mother did drugs when he was pregnant. And the reason he's a dwarf is because she was doing, as he called it, smack while she was pregnant. Um, because Guda wants to form a partnership, he doesn't want to do it. And one of the brothers, the younger brother wants to do it, the older brother doesn't. So there's another dynamic, right? Shakespearean tragedy. I keep talking about that. And it ends, episode 6 ends. Now the CM, he's been elected in a landslide. The Dawn helped him do that. Well, now the Dawn is going to be on the cabinet of this administration. And that has a big impact on his brother, the JP, because he gives the Dawn a really important position in his cabinet. And the brother feels like he's getting the short shaft because he even said, I want to talk about this privately. And the CM didn't want anything to do with it. So it is setting up brother against brother or brother against Tripathi. Um, and the fact that the gangster is getting involved with politics has all kinds of ramifications. So you can see, you can kind of get an idea of, now there's only 4 episodes left, so you kind of see what's happening. So a lot more political stuff, a lot more soap opera relationship stuff, and the other thing, and I keep repeating myself, but there's a definite Shakespearean tragedy going on here, and I think like I want to say that Bina is really growing on me. I don't know what the end game is going to be for her, but I like what she's doing. I think she's a really good character, and you want Baji. I don't like that guy. I want something to happen to him, and I hope she's got something going with Raja about taking care of that guy. Okay, that's kind of how I feel like the direction they're going. But yeah, excellent. I cannot wait to finish this thing off. I'll watch the next two episodes, 7 and 8. Then I'll watch 9 and 10. I'll put them out there as quickly as I can. But yeah, I'm really digging this. So thanks everybody. I hope you're enjoying this. I know I'm kind of just recapping things, but it's fun to talk about them. I'm taking a lot of notes. I'm into the characters. I mean, definitely there's much more character in this. I kind of want to see more of Gouda. I want to see Gouda. I keep saying Gouda. Gudu. I want to see him stronger and more like he was in the first season because all he's doing is rehabbing. And it comes through every now and then, but I kind of want to see more of him. And I want to see where Golu's going because I think that's going to be really interesting. Okay, that's all I got. I thanks for watching, everybody. I truly do appreciate it. And let me know what you guys think in the comment section of these two episodes. Did you like them? Didn't you like them? In my theories, those of you that have seen the entire season 2, are any of my theories close? Because I was way off on Bablu. I thought he was Michael Corleone. I thought he was going to be the Don eventually. So I was way off on that. So let me know, please. And if I'm way off, let me know. I can take it. Okay. Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll talk to you soon with another Mirzapur episode reaction. Thanks, everyone.